Okay, so let's dive into Frase.io. This is a tool that's right at the center of a huge debate in the world of SEO and content creation. Is it really the all-in-one game changer it claims to be, or is there a little more to the story? Let's find out.
I mean, if you create any kind of content online, you know the struggle, right? The endless research, that blinking cursor when you hit a wall with writer's block, and just that constant pressure to actually rank on Google. It is a tough, relentless grind just to get noticed.
So here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at the big promise Frase makes. Then we'll see how it actually works. After that, we'll get into some brutally honest reviews, figure out who this tool is really for, and we'll leave you with one final big question. All right, let's kick things off by setting the stage with that challenge that I think we all know a little too well. See, the goal isn't just to write something good. It's to be visible. It's to climb that search engine ladder right past your competitors. And this need has created a massive market for AI-powered platforms that all claim to be the magic bullet. Frase.io is one of the biggest names in this game.
So, what is Frase actually promising to do for you? Let's take a look at the official sales pitch. Frase basically sells itself as this one-stop shop, a single place where you can research your topic, use AI to help you write, optimize it for search engines in real time, and even track how it's doing on Google through its Google Search Console integration. The whole idea is to have everything you need from start to finish, all under one roof. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Frase has this unique thing they call a GEO score, which stands for Generative Engine Optimization. This is wild. It's not just about ranking on Google anymore. It's designed to get your content picked up and cited by AI chatbots like ChatGPT. That is a very, very forward-thinking idea. And look, it's not just marketing hype. This quote from the director of SEO at Shopify kind of shows you the excitement around this tool. When big names in the industry are praising its potential, it makes a really compelling case that, hey, maybe this could actually change how we all work. Okay, so that's the promise. But how does it actually work in practice? Let's walk through the process of taking one simple keyword and turning it into a fully finished article.
The process is designed to be really straightforward, just 5 steps. You pop in a keyword, and Frase goes out and analyzes what's already ranking on page 1. Then you use its AI writer and optimization tools to build your draft, you polish it up, and then you can publish and track its success. It's meant to be a complete end-to-end system. But you know how it is. The shiny marketing promise doesn't always match what it's like to use a tool day in and day out. So now let's pivot and get into a more critical look based on some really in-depth user reviews. And when you start digging into what actual users are saying, a very different picture starts to emerge. People consistently bring up 3 core issues that seem to create this big gap between what was advertised and what they actually got. First up, let's talk about the price, because this is a big one. As you can see from this table, what looks pretty affordable at first glance gets complicated. It turns out that a lot of the essential features, like seeing keyword search volume or getting data from the search engine results page, are locked behind this mandatory Pro add-on that costs an extra $35 a month.
And to put that into perspective, for their most popular basic plan, that add-on is a massive 78% price increase over the advertised cost. So yeah, that can be a major budget surprise if you're not expecting it.
All right, next up is the AI itself. On the one hand, you've got testimonials like this one, promising this powerful engine that can analyze your competition and give you a blueprint to create content that really stands out. And that's the core promise, right? But then, you have the other side of the coin. Critics report a totally different experience. They say the AI-generated text is often bland, repetitive, and just feels dated. It's almost like it's just scraping the top articles and rewording them without adding any real value. As this pretty blunt review puts it, the quality is like the free version of ChatGPT from back in the day, and you can't even dream of ranking with it.
And you can really see this conflict in the user data. It paints a picture of a deeply divided user base. Sure, about a third of users are happy. But the single largest group, 41%, they have mixed feelings. And a full quarter of users are just plain negative about their experience.
And those negative experiences, they almost always circle back to the same 3 issues: the disappointing AI quality, those unexpected hidden costs, and reports of customer support tickets just going unanswered for days, sometimes never getting resolved at all. That makes it really hard to get help or even a refund. So, with such a polarized response from users, you have to ask, who is this tool actually good for?
Well, when you piece it all together, it seems to work best for very specific types of users. It looks like a good fit for big teams and agencies that are pumping out a ton of content and can absorb the higher cost. They can use its awesome research tools at scale to create content briefs. But for solo creators, small bloggers, or anyone who's focused on quality over quantity, it might just end up being a frustrating and overpriced tool.
And all of this brings us to our final big takeaway.
At the end of the day, the decision really comes down to this one central trade-off. Even the harshest critics tend to agree that Phrase's biggest strength is its powerful, data-driven research. It's fantastic at analyzing competitors. But its most widely reported weakness is the AI writer itself. So the right answer for you depends entirely on which of those two things you value more in your workflow.